Hey everyone, I'm Erica.
I'm Brian.
And we are the bakers of thebakers.tv. And we work online with men and women who want to create easy communication and deep connection with their friends and people that they're in relationships with. And we are a faith-based couple, and we also have been working a lot with entrepreneurs. So we are excited to be with you. Brian's going to take it for tonight.
Yep. So if you have not been joining us, this is story day number 6.
Yep.
6 of 16. So we're almost halfway through, all leading up to the big trip to San Antonio to meet Nicole Walters and Dave Ramsey and Christy Wright and pretty much the coolest people in the world. So we're super excited, and we are celebrating other bits of awesomeness leading up to that point. So hello, Katie Drake.
Hi, Katie.
So tonight's story was not that very long ago, but it was a time when life was financially crazy. Which
when
it seems like that narrows it down to the last 30 years. But this was a time where there was thousands of dollars and unexpected expenses that all came through at the same time. So that's always fun, especially when your flexibility and budget is $3.
Yeah.
So we had an $825-ish water bill, which we mentioned in one of our earlier videos, and we're I don't think that's right, but you're the water company, so we kind of have to pay it. And then we had Rita
taxes, regional taxes. It's another $850.
Yeah.
That was the last one that kind of broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
That was when I was talking to you on the phone in the car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we had just realized that we had to pay that on top of everything else, and school loans skyrocketing per month, and things were just so tight already. So we're a little overwhelmed and a little frustrated, and Rita is the worst. I don't know who she is, but she's not a nice lady. She just takes all your money. We were stressed and frustrated and not knowing what to do with it. So I was talking to Erica on the phone as she was driving home from work, and just talking about God has provided. He continues to provide for us and show up, but we don't know what that's going to look like. It's already been crazy just to meet the financial needs of this month, and God had shown up in crazy ways already with unexpected bonuses, and then a couple that we didn't even know gave us a check for $500. But I feel how much more can there be left, right? Because God has already showed up with the bonus, and he showed up with this $500 check,
right.
And yet we still have hundreds of dollars that we have to pay this month, right. And I don't know where it's going to come from.
Right.
God's big, but at some point he's got to run out, right? So we're stressed and frustrated, and but we just kind of ended up as
you basically were talking me off the ledge.
Yeah.
You can give yourself a little credit.
So we ended it as God's gonna provide, and we don't know how. And she was home, so we said, all right, I'll see you in a second. And so she pulls in the driveway and gets the mail, and between me saying God is going to provide and her getting out of her car, she stopped at the mailbox, and inside of the mailbox there was money. Who gets money in the mail? Who gets anything good in the mail? But there was money in there. There was a check for $99.
Yeah, it was for $99 for a refund of us filing our business LLC with the state of Ohio. And they said that there was a possibility we got double charged a long time ago, but they said it didn't look like it actually had gone through. So I was like, okay, whatever, which I had put that on our credit card. So I didn't see a second charge on there, but they sent us one saying that they had seen that they charged us twice. And so we got $99 in the mail. And that month we had a deficit of $420 that we had because of all the large unexpected water bills and tax bills and etc. And we ended up not being negative at the end of the month. Somehow the math doesn't work, and I'm a numbers person. But I walked into the house and I showed Brian that check for $99, and I was like, so God showed up between literally the time that you said, okay, see you inside, God's going to provide, and there was a check waiting in the mail. And so I know a lot of people are like, well, that's coincidence, but I also feel that after it's happened so many times where we say something and then God shows up, and then we say something and then God shows up, that doesn't happen all the time. And I totally know that it's him because we're relying on him. And the more that we're relying on him in our situations, the more he's showing up. Yeah. And it's kind of crazy. So I think that that's what we wanted to share with you guys tonight, was something on the smaller side, even though in the moment it doesn't feel small. It's huge. It feels like he's there. It feels like he's present. Mm-hmm. And those are the times that we're going to remember, and it's going to be part of our story forever. So we wanted to share that with you, that he shows up in every day too.
We actually just got some rocks and little pieces of wood today.
Do you want me to show them?
Yes, you should.
All right.
So that seems like a really weird purchase. We walked into Dollar General and got some little pieces of wood and rocks today. But this is why. We have this little jar that says God shows up. And because he does things like this so often, it's easy to forget that he is good to us and he shows up all the time. Mm-hmm. So we got these little pieces of wood.
They're like decorative, like driftwood. It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. It's real pretty.
And so we'll put one in there.
And then we got some real pretty rocks. So this story is God shows up, number one.
Yeah. And we're probably going to retroactive at least a couple weeks where we're going to go over some of the stuff that he's done recently and put it in here as a visual reminder to us when we come in the bedroom. Who knows, maybe we'll move it into the living room, wherever we're most, and where we can have visually see, like, this is how many times God's shown up in the past. Like, he's going to show up now. So there's no reason to question it. And I think we just get more bold and more aware of that, because I used to feel like he just never showed up.
Yeah. It's easy to forget. Like, we read through stories of, like, the Israelites in the desert, and God, like, rains down bread from heaven and has water from rocks and, like, kills off their enemies so they don't die. Mm-hmm. Lets them walk through on dry land, and then, like, enemies gone. And it's like, and then they get mad at God, like, a chapter later, and it's like, those Israelites, they're so silly.
They're so
How can
silly.
they forget that God does these awesome things? And then God does awesome things for us. And we're like, God, did you bring me into Cleveland to kill me? And we do the exact same thing. So
so that's why we're using this visual reminder of God shows up.
Yes.
So easy to forget. You're right, Michaela. It's so easy to forget.
Yes.
Even if it just happens yesterday. But that's what we hope this visual reminder will help us with. And Katie said you need the reminder over and over again. It's so true. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to start doing.
So we'll probably keep this in our bedroom, because our bedroom is also our office. So we spend a lot of time in here. I'm thinking about putting a kitchen in the corner. We just live in this room. The kids can have the rest.
They pretty much own the rest anyways with all their toys. They just mark their territory. Ooh, this looks good. Let's just throw a toy over here. This is ours now.
Yep.
So, yeah. Great. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. If you have not caught any of our other videos, please go back to our Facebook page at The Bakers TV, and you can see the other stories. The one that we did last night, if you missed last night's, you will need to see it again. I know we chose probably a poor night to record it, but Sunday night, or a Saturday night is really hard for people to be on live, but it was something that we felt like we needed to share, and it was probably the hardest time in our entire lives of when we were without a place to live and no jobs and 2 kids while finding out that we were pregnant, actually unexpectedly. So how God showed up in that, even though we felt he had abandoned us. So why don't you go over there? If you were watching us on my personal Facebook page, we're not going to be doing live videos on my personal Facebook page all the time. After a while, I want to make sure you guys get over to our Facebook page for the Bakers.tv or the Bakers TV, because I don't want you to miss anything. And we're going to be continuing to be vulnerable and share a story, share other people's stories. We're actually going to be interviewing some people that we've worked with. And we're just going to have lots of fun on here. We're going to be real with you and just walk life through together. And I don't want you to miss out on that. So make sure you head over to our Facebook page if you're not watching us on our Facebook page. Not my personal page, but our business page for the Bakers. So thank you guys again for staying tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys.